What's good, meathead? Coach MANdler here. I've got a killer chest, back, and core developing kettlebell workout lined up for all of you looking to train for the purpose of kicking ass and looking good naked. But before we get to it, I've got two things that I want to share with you. First, I was recently asked how, when training outside of the gym setting where you don't really have access to adjustable benches, how you could program around this in order to develop different areas of the chest. That's a great question, and one that requires a simple understanding of physics and a little bit of creativity. When you don't have access to an adjustable bench, you're limited to really only two pressing movement patterns: vertical and horizontal. Now, sometimes I see people try and press a weight in the same path as you would an incline with this angle right here, but given the fact that you're unable to stack your joints when pressing in this fashion, whether leaning back in the hollow position while on the ground or in a standing position, your limiting factor is more likely to be the weight your shoulders can support given the force of gravity that's pulling down than the force you're able to derive from your chest, shoulders, triceps, and upper back as you would if you had access to an incline bench. Simply put, if your joints aren't stacked together underneath that weight in an opposing force fashion, it's not going to go over well. That's why I always preach to you the importance of stacking your joints on top of each other when pressing. Without doing so, you see huge power leaks along with subsequent drops in muscle recruitment, which negatively affects your ability to both press more weight and get more of the growth gains that you're going for when you are pressing the weight. My suggestion is, instead of going that route and blindly following this movement pattern without having your joints stacked, is to keep the movement patterns that you have access to, the vertical and horizontal, and simply alter the angle in which you initiate the movement from. This can be achieved the way you see me do inside this workout by simply pulling my hips up and into a position of extension and holding them there while pressing. Doing the movement in this fashion technically still makes it a horizontal press, but the angle from which I'm initiating the movement itself from has the same effect as if I was doing a decline bench press. Simple, right? Alter how and where you're initiating the weight from, and you're going to manipulate the gains that you're looking for that will allow you to basically work around the fact that you don't have an adjustable bench. The same methodology can be used if you're trying to manipulate an incline bench in order to build your upper chest. All you need to do is, instead of making it a horizontal press, you're going to make it a vertical press. But when you're doing the vertical press, you're going to initiate a good degree of thoracic extension, so that while doing so, you're going to initiate from an angle that will naturally stress more of your chest instead of leaning more on your anterior delts and triceps while doing the overhead movement. So, very simple thing to gather here. If you're going to train outside, of the gym and you don't have any equipment that allows for pressing from different angles, you can manipulate that through different positioning in where you're initiating the press itself. Hopefully that makes sense. It's a simple thing that you can do to really spice up your training and not have to rely on being in the gym to get a killer workout that allows for you to look and perform like the badass you want to become. Now on to the second thing I wanted to mention before we get the ball rolling in today's push-pull workout. For those wanting to know when I'm going to be releasing my new Kettlebell Performance Enhancing Fat Loss Program Metcon 6, the wait is almost over. I just put the finishing touches on it and will have it ready for you to grab this coming Tuesday. I'm super pumped about sharing this with you guys, and promise the second it's live, I'll let you know. Now enough talking, let's get to work on this week's upper body kettlebell flex Friday chest, back, and core developing routine. Hey man, thank you so much for checking out this week's Flex Friday video. If you enjoyed it and want to see more videos like this that give you simple lifting and programming tips along with quick, intense workouts, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel, and check back daily for all the fresh new offerings I post up here on the reg. And as always, make sure to leave whatever questions or suggestions you want me to cover in future videos down in the comments section below so that I can do my part to help you achieve the better and longer lasting results you're looking for sooner rather than later. Appreciate your time, guys. Have a good one. MANdler